Listen to me carefully. There are moments in life when solutions are not found in tablets, injections, or routine checkups, but in the ancient divine mysteries God left for the healing of His people. Tonight, I want you to pay close attention. Because what I'm about to share with you is not just advice. It is a prophetic health instruction that has delivered countless people from invisible battles. If you've been feeling strange attacks, unexplainable fear, spiritual heaviness, nightmares, or sudden setbacks, stay with me. There is a mystery God placed inside something as simple as olive oil. Not because the oil itself is magic, but because obedience turns the ordinary into a weapon. Many people don't know that your body carries gateways, doors through which spiritual influence can enter or exit. And when these gateways are anointed in faith, witchcraft loses its power instantly. So today, I will show you 7 body parts to anoint with olive oil, and you will watch every evil setup collapse like dust. First, anoint your forehead. This is the gate of your mind. The enemy fights you through thoughts, confusion, fear, anxiety, strange voices, mental heaviness. When you anoint your forehead, you are declaring, my mind is sealed. No witchcraft can manipulate my thoughts. Second, anoint your ears. What you hear shapes your life. Evil voices, monitoring spirits, and spiritual attacks often enter through the ear gate. As the oil touches your ears, declare that only the voice of God will guide you, and every whisper of darkness becomes silent from tonight. Third, anoint your eyes. Not just the physical eyes, but your spiritual sight. Many people experience shadows, dreams of death, or evil presences watching them. When your eyes are anointed, you activate divine vision, and every spiritual monitoring assigned against you becomes blind. Fourth, anoint your chest, right over your heart. This is where burdens sit, where fear tries to hide, where emotional attacks crush you. As the oil rests on your chest, your heart becomes strengthened, and every witchcraft-induced sorrow dissolves instantly. Fifth, anoint your hands. These hands represent your work, your destiny, your productivity. Witchcraft makes people's efforts fail mysteriously. When your hands are anointed, everything you touch begins to prosper. The spirit of delay and stagnation breaks immediately. Sixth, anoint your belly. This is the seat of your spirit, the well of your inner man. Dreams of eating, nightmares, or spiritual poison often enter here. As the oil touches your belly, the fire of God burns every deposit of darkness, and your spiritual strength rises again. Finally, anoint your feet. Your feet determine your direction, where you go, who you meet, and the opportunities you enter. If witchcraft is fighting your progress, your feet will feel heavy, tired, or directionless. But the moment you anoint them, you declare, and my steps are ordered by God. Every path of misfortune closes instantly, and divine favor begins to follow you. My beloved, these 7 anointing points are not a ritual. They are a spiritual alignment. And as you obey, you will see strange battles disappear. Nightmares will cease. Attacks will stop. Peace will return. Because the power was never in the oil. It is in the faith that activates the presence of God. When you anoint your forehead with olive oil, you are doing far more than placing a drop of oil on your skin. You are sending a message to your mind, your body, and your nervous system that calm, clarity, and balance are returning. Your forehead is the control center of your thoughts, stress response, and decision-making. This simple act becomes a symbolic reminder that you are taking charge of your mental environment again. Think about how much pressure your mind carries on a daily basis. Deadlines, worries, overstimulation, constant notifications, and emotional noise from every direction. No wonder so many people feel overwhelmed. But here is the powerful part. When you take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and intentionally anoint your forehead, you interrupt the stress cycle. You give your brain permission to shift from survival mode to healing mode. It is a small step with a surprisingly big impact. Imagine beginning your day by placing a little olive oil on your forehead and saying, "Today my mind will work for me, not against me." That single thought alone triggers a neurological reset. Your brain begins to release calming neurotransmitters. Your muscles soften, your stress hormones reduce, your focus sharpens. In that moment, you are creating a healthier internal environment, one that supports clarity instead of confusion, confidence instead of fear. And you don't need any complicated equipment, medications, or long routines. You just need awareness and consistency. This is one of the easiest daily practices to support mental health, yet many people underestimate its power. But the mind loves symbols. It responds to small ceremonies that tell it, you are safe, you are in control, you can reset. If you've ever felt mentally scattered, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained, this practice can help you regain stability. When you anoint your forehead, you reconnect with yourself. You slow down racing thoughts. You strengthen the boundary between your mind and the outside world. It becomes a quiet moment where you remind yourself that your thoughts are not your enemy. They are simply signals waiting to be guided. And the more you do this, the more your mind learns to obey the voice of calm instead of the voice of chaos. Many people carry heaviness in their head without knowing it until it becomes unbearable. But imagine having a quick, natural technique that helps release that pressure before it builds. A few drops of oil, a gentle touch, and a calming tension can reduce tension in the forehead muscles, relax the eyes, and soften the jaw. Your body responds within seconds because it understands the message you're giving it. Olive oil itself has a long history of being associated with healing. It nourishes the skin, reduces inflammation, and carries a natural soothing effect. When you apply it to the forehead, the warmth of your hands activates circulation, sending a signal of relief that travels through your nervous system. Your brain loves routine, and when you make this a daily practice, you create a small ritual of wellness. You train your mind to pause, reset, and ground itself. Over time, this builds mental resilience. You become sharper, calmer, and more centered. You start responding to situations instead of reacting to them. Your thoughts become clearer, your creativity improves, and your emotional balance strengthens. And here is the hook. Most people wait until they are stressed to take care of their mind. But the secret is to strengthen your mental health before stress comes. A calm mind is not an accident, it is a habit. Anointing your forehead becomes a signal to your entire being that you are choosing peace on purpose. You are choosing mental clarity. You are choosing strength. In a world full of distractions, a practice this simple can become your anchor. It reminds you that your thoughts do not control you, you control them. And the more you honor that truth, the more your mental health transforms from the inside out. Your ears are more powerful than you think. Every day, thousands of sounds pass through them, but not all sounds are harmless. Some uplift you, some drain you, and some quietly shape your emotional and physical health without you ever realizing it. When you anoint your ears with olive oil, you are not just applying something onto your skin. You are sending a deliberate message to your nervous system. From this moment forward, I choose what I allow into my inner world. Oh, this simple practice becomes a filter, a boundary, a reminder that your well-being begins with what you hear. Think about it. Your ears are open 24/7. They never close. Even when you sleep, your ears keep listening. And that means the emotional tone of your environment is constantly influencing the state of your mind and body. Have you ever noticed how a single harsh word can stay with you for hours, while kindness can lift you instantly? That's because your ears are the gateway to your emotional health. What enters through them travels straight to your subconscious mind. It affects your stress levels, your mood, your clarity, and even your physical energy. So the moment you anoint your ears, you are choosing to protect yourself from noise that weakens you. You are reclaiming your control. You are saying, my peace matters. This changes your relationship with stress immediately. Suddenly, negativity no longer slips into your system unnoticed. You become more aware, more selective, and more intentional about the voices you allow near your life. This practice is incredibly grounding. As you gently apply the oil, you activate the relaxation response in your body. The warmth of your fingers combined with the soothing nature of olive oil signals your brain to shift from tension to calm. Your breathing slows, your thoughts soften, your emotional state begins to stabilize. It's a small act with a huge impact because your ears connect directly to your brain's emotional centers. When you nurture them, you nurture your entire emotional system. And here's where it becomes even more powerful. You don't just filter the sounds around you, you filter your reactions. You stop absorbing every criticism. You stop internalizing every stressful moment. You become someone who hears, but is not shaken. You listen, but you stay centered. This is how emotional resilience is built. Most people underestimate the influence of sound on their well-being. They focus on what they eat, how they sleep, or how they exercise, but they forget that harmful noise acts like emotional toxins. It overloads the nervous system. It increases stress hormones. It disrupts concentration. But when you anoint your ears, you create a mental shield. You are telling your brain only what strengthens me is allowed in. And your mind listens. It begins filtering out the unnecessary noise. It becomes more selective, more disciplined. You start noticing that arguments no longer drain you the same way. Gossip no longer traps your attention, and negativity no longer sticks to your heart. Here's the hook. One sound can change your entire day. One voice can shift your entire mindset. One message can either lift your spirit or crush your confidence. But when you take control of what you hear, you take control of how you feel. And when you take control of how you feel, you take control of your life. Anointing your ears becomes a symbolic act of self-leadership. It teaches your mind that your peace is not accidental. It is protected. It is intentional. It is chosen. Over time, your emotional health strengthens. You begin operating with more clarity, more confidence, and more calm. You respond instead of react. You hear without absorbing. You grow without interruption. This is more than a wellness practice. It's an emotional reset. It's a daily reminder that your mental clarity is worth guarding, your peace is worth protecting, and your emotional balance is worth prioritizing. The more you honor this truth, the more empowered, grounded, and mentally resilient you become. Your eyes are not just organs of sight. They are gateways through which your brain interprets the world, forms beliefs, and reacts to life. Every day, your eyes absorb thousands of images, messages, expressions, and signals that influence your emotional state and your mental clarity. When you anoint your eyes with olive oil, you are doing something profoundly symbolic for your health and well-being. You are telling your mind to filter what it sees, to stay calm in a chaotic world, and to focus on what truly matters. This simple act becomes a reset button for your vision. Not just your physical sight, but your inner sight, your perception, your awareness. You are giving yourself permission to see life with more clarity and less fear, more purpose and less distraction. Have you ever noticed how quickly your mood can change after seeing something unsettling? Your eyes send information to your brain in milliseconds, triggering chemical reactions that affect your stress levels, your heartbeat, and your overall emotional balance. So imagine how powerful it is when you intentionally pause, breathe deeply, and gently anoint your eyes. In that moment, your brain receives a signal of calm. The simple touch reduces tension around the eye muscles, improves circulation, and helps your nervous system shift from fight or flight to peace and presence. You begin to see things with a clearer mind. Your awareness sharpens, your emotional reactions soften. You're not just applying oil, you're resetting your internal lens. Most people don't realize how much visual noise they absorb daily. Endless screens, flashing notifications, stressful images, and constant stimulation overload the brain. Your eyes never stop working. Even when you close them at night, they continue sending signals. That's why a practice like anointing your eyes becomes so valuable. It gives you a moment to step out of the noise and treat your mind with gentleness. It reminds you that you don't have to take in everything you see. You can choose what you focus on. You can choose what you give your attention to. This is not just a relaxing practice. It is a form of mental discipline. And here's the hook. A quality of your life is deeply connected to the quality of your focus. If your eyes constantly absorb negativity, fear, comparison, or stress, your mind will reproduce the same patterns. But if you create space for clarity, your brain recalibrates. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and hope instead of pressure. Your perception becomes healthier, and your emotional system becomes more stable. When you anoint your eyes with intention, you are training your mind to look at life through a healthier, calmer, more grounded lens. Olive oil has natural soothing properties. When applied gently around the eyes, it nourishes the skin, relaxes the muscles, and promotes a sense of warmth and comfort. This physical sensation communicates safety to your brain. Your body understands the message, or slow down. Relax, reset. In that moment, your stress hormones begin to drop. Your mind becomes more centered. You regain mental clarity that may have been buried under layers of tension and visual overload. This practice becomes especially powerful when you connect it with mindful awareness. As you touch your eyes, you remind yourself that not everything deserves your attention. Not every sight deserves your energy. You learn to direct your focus like a leader. You begin to guard what enters your mind through your eyes. This single habit can help reduce anxiety, improve emotional balance, and strengthen mental resilience. It trains your brain to stay grounded instead of overwhelmed. And perhaps the most important part is this: your inner vision becomes clearer. You start seeing your goals with more confidence. You start noticing the good in everyday moments. You begin to recognize your own strength. Anointing your eyes becomes a moment of alignment, a reminder that clarity begins on the inside before it ever appears on the outside. Your chest is one of the most emotionally sensitive areas of your entire body. It is where your heart beats, where your breathing flows, and where stress often settles long before you even notice it. When you anoint your chest with olive oil, you are doing something deeply meaningful for your emotional and physical well-being. You are signaling to your nervous system that it is time to release tension, let go of old emotional burdens, and return to a state of balance. This simple practice becomes a powerful reminder that your emotional health matters just as much as your physical health. And the truth is, most people carry far more weight in their chest than they speak about. You can feel perfectly fine on the outside, yet your chest might be tight, heavy, or restless on the inside. One gentle moment of intentional care can begin to shift everything. Think about how your chest reacts when life becomes overwhelming. Your breathing becomes shallow, your heart beats faster, and you feel a kind of tightness that you can't quite explain. That pressure is your body asking for relief. So when you place a small amount of olive oil on your chest and take a deep, slow breath, you immediately interrupt that cycle. You are giving your body permission to relax. Your breath becomes fuller, your heartbeat steadies, your shoulders loosen. The nervous system begins to deactivate stress hormones and activate calmness. This is not just symbolic. Your physiology responds instantly. You are teaching your body a new pattern, one of release instead of tension, clarity instead of overwhelm, and presence instead of exhaustion. Here's something most people don't realize. Your chest is emotionally connected to your thoughts. When your chest feels tight, your mind becomes scattered. When your breath is shallow, your patience shortens. When your heart is burdened, your confidence drops. But when you anoint your chest and breathe deeply, you reconnect your mind and body. You bring them back into harmony. You remind yourself, I'm safe. I am enough. I am in control. This kind of grounding practice can dramatically improve your emotional stability. You start responding instead of reacting. You become calmer, clearer, more centered. And your overall health benefits because emotional wellness strengthens your immune system, improves your energy, and supports better sleep. Here's the hook. Most people try to fix emotional stress by thinking harder, but your emotions don't live in your thoughts. They live in your body. That heaviness in your chest is your body's way of holding onto unresolved tension. When you anoint your chest, you give your emotions a safe exit. You let go of things you've been carrying without even realizing it. You release unspoken worries, hidden fears, and the pressure of expectations. This is why the chest area responds so quickly to gentle touch, warmth, and intentional breathing. It doesn't take force, just awareness and consistency. Olive oil has natural soothing qualities. When warmed by your hands and applied to your chest, it creates a sense of comfort and grounding. The skin absorbs the oil slowly, sending signals of warmth and security to your brain. The heart responds with steadier rhythms. The breath becomes a little deeper. The body becomes a little lighter. Over time, this practice helps you develop emotional resilience. You begin to navigate challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Stress no longer controls your reactions. Anxiety loses its grip. Your emotional balance becomes stronger and more stable. As you anoint your chest, you are not just caring for your body, you are honoring your emotional world. You are acknowledging your feelings instead of suppressing them. You are creating space for healing instead of accumulating more pressure. You are choosing peace intentionally. And when you do this consistently, you begin to feel lighter, healthier, and more grounded. You walk through life with a calmer presence. Your energy becomes clearer. Your heart feels freer. Your hands tell the story of your life. They carry your work, your responsibilities, your creativity, and your daily actions. Every task you complete, every goal you chase, every challenge you face, your hands are involved in all of it. When you anoint your hands with olive oil, you are doing something far more meaningful than caring for your skin. You are giving your body a message of empowerment, confidence, and renewed strength. You are telling yourself, everything I touch has purpose. Everything I build has value. Everything I do moves me forward. This simple practice becomes a powerful reminder that your hands are instruments of progress, and they deserve to be supported, respected, and prepared for success. Think about how your hands react under stress. They tense up. They become tired. Boo-hoo. They carry the weight of your responsibilities long before your mind even notices. That tightness you sometimes feel is not just physical, it's emotional. It's every moment when you push through exhaustion, every time you work beyond your limits, every situation where you held on to pressure just to keep things together. When you gently apply olive oil to your hands, you are releasing that hidden tension. You are giving your nervous system a moment of relief. The warmth of your palms activates relaxation receptors in the skin. Your muscles soften, your joints loosen, your circulation improves. Your brain receives a message of calm. You can slow down. You can slow down. You can receive. Here's something most people forget. Your hands are deeply connected to your mindset. When your hands feel weak, your confidence drops. When they ache, your motivation decreases. When they feel tired, everything feels harder. But when your hands feel strong, capable, and renewed, your mental energy rises. You feel more focused. You feel more productive. You feel ready to move forward with clarity. That's why anointing your hands is more than a wellness habit. It's a mental shift. You are reinforcing the connection between your body and your goals. You are preparing your hands to take action with intention, not pressure. Here's the hook. Your results in life are shaped by what your hands consistently create. Every improvement in your health, your career, your relationships, and your personal growth begins with daily actions, and those actions come through your hands. When you anoint them with oil, you are choosing to treat your work as meaningful rather than mechanical. You are saying, my efforts matter. This mindset alone boosts productivity and reduces burnout. It reminds you that progress is a process, not a race, and your hands are one of your greatest tools in that process. Olive oil has natural restorative properties. As it absorbs into your skin, it nourishes, moisturizes, and relieves tension. But the deeper benefit is the moment of awareness it creates. You are pausing long enough to check in with yourself, to acknowledge the work you've done and prepare for the work ahead. This grounding moment resets your focus. It strengthens your intention. It helps you reconnect with the purpose behind your daily efforts. When your hands feel relaxed and renewed, your whole body feels more capable of facing challenges with clarity and confidence. As you anoint your hands, you are also cultivating gratitude. Think of everything your hands allow you to do, to build, to create, to express, to care for yourself, to support others, to shape your future. When you honor your hands, you honor your journey. You remind yourself that even small tasks matter, even small steps count, even simple actions can lead to remarkable progress when done with consistency and purpose. Over time, this practice helps you develop a healthier relationship with work. You become less reactive and more intentional, less overwhelmed and more balanced, less drained and more energized. Your hands become symbols of empowerment rather than pressure. You begin to see your efforts as investments in your future, not obligations that exhaust you. As you apply this instruction, I speak over you as Dr. Joshua Selman. Let every witchcraft assignment against your life break now. Let your health, your mind, your home, and your destiny come under the covering of the Almighty. May the oil become a symbol of victory. Tonight, may a new chapter open for you, one of freedom, clarity, and divine protection. Go with this revelation, practice it in faith, and watch God defend you in ways you never imagined. Your deliverance begins now.